Hello people, it's your boy Osman back again with another video. Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. I know man's have been messaging me saying, Osman, where's your reaction, bro? You've disappeared since you lost that game. Acting all smug before the game, but first and foremost, just want to say I am going to keep it 100% real. I personally thought the better team lost. However, we got very lucky against Spurs early in the season, so I'm just going to take it on chain. So by all means, if you want to banter us, just go for it, because I know this game means so much to you guys. The way you lot been celebrating, you'd assume you won the bloody Champions League, which is weird, because you haven't got a clue how that feels like, because you never bloody won it. That aside, just want to say, fair play to the referee, class assist for him on the second goal, and of course, just quickly, we only lost the game because it was windy. Come on, let's not lie. It was windy. It was raining. That is the only reason we lost this game. It wasn't because you were better than us. It was too windy for us to actually control the ball. But like you fans are saying, I'm delusional because you deserved it. All salt aside, just want to be honest with you guys. First and foremost, we got very lucky against Spurs earlier under Ollie's reign, and I feel like this was a similar situation to that game. In this fact, it was role reversal. We were Spurs and also were us, in the sense that I felt we definitely deserved to get something out of that game, as Spurs fans would have felt after their game against us. So in that sense, I'm not fuming, because it's kind of like what goes around comes around to an extent, and I'm not sitting here saying, oh, it's inexcusable, or I was happy, or I was accepting of the defeat, because I was no way, shape or form accepting of the defeat. I was actually watching it with my brother-in-law, because I wasn't actually at home. I was in London, at a wedding basically. I was watching with my brother-in-law, and he's an Arsenal fan as well, so as you can imagine, the salt was firmly rubbed into the wounds. It just looked like Arsenal fans, just been waiting for this moment all their life, just to get one over Man United, because they haven't beaten us in so long. So fair play to them for being happy. Regarding the game itself, first and foremost, like I said, I wasn't at home, so I missed out the first 35 minutes, so I apologise in advance if it's a bit vague what I'm saying. But from what I saw, I'll start with the lineup actually. First and foremost, I know a lot of people in hindsight were saying Matic should not play, he was too slow, yada yada yada, etc. That's very easy to say in hindsight. For me personally, when I saw the team lineup, I was very happy with it. I wouldn't have changed anything. The only thing I would have changed potentially, but you couldn't really have changed it, was Martial starting, because it seems like Martial wasn't fully fit to play the full 90 minutes. Therefore, he was in his right position on the bench. That would have been the only thing I would have changed. I know a lot of people say McTominay should have played, etc, etc. But honestly, I just think that's a bit ridiculous and reactionary. It's quite easy to say after the game X, Y, and Z should have happened. During the game or prior to the game, I didn't hear anyone say, well, I said during the game people did, but prior to the game, I didn't hear anyone being upset about Matic starting. So that was my only sort of thing I wanted to get off my chest before I go into the reaction. First and foremost, I thought we started ridiculously slow. Lukaku had a chance earlier on which he should have scored. Manistat, I don't think we created enough in the 30 minutes to cause them a lot of threat. However, after that bit, after the 30-minute mark, we kind of got our way into the game. I know at this point, the 1-0 up. Of course, De Gea should have said that, but in saying that, how often can you say De Gea's at fault for a goal? Not very often, so I'm not going to be over the top and start slagging him off, because there's not really much point. He saved us so many points. Yes, it's frustrating because it's against Arsenal, but in saying that, like I said, sometimes you just don't get that luck, and on this day, De Gea wasn't at his A game. Man United didn't have much to do, but like I said, after the 30-minute mark, I thought we actually played really well. That's kind of why I'm not overly I am frustrated, but I wasn't overly pissed off with the players, because on another day we would have beaten them 3-4-1 quite comfortably. In fact, they scored 2, didn't they? Well, the penalty wasn't a penalty in my personal opinion, but on another day we would have beaten them comfortably, just like how Spurs would have beaten us on another day comfortably. We missed so many chances. Lukaku in particular has had a lot of criticism from fans on social media. For me personally, on this game, of course he deserves a criticism, but I think it's a bit over the top what some people are saying, just slagging him off, saying, oh, he's not world-class striker, etc, etc. To be honest with you, I agree with that, but I just don't think it's necessary to be saying that after this game where he's missed a couple of chances. For me personally, his overall game was actually quite good this game. I thought his link-up play was decent. Our overall play was actually good. That's what I mean. I thought we played good football. Like I said, I was watching it with my brother-in-law, who is an Arsenal fan, and throughout the game, he was absolutely bricking it. We only watched like 60 minutes at the full obviously we missed the first 8 minutes. Watched the 60 minutes afterwards. We were all over them, in my personal opinion. Fred, for me, was our best player on the pitch. I thought he was absolutely fantastic. The way he was passing the ball forward. There's a couple of incidents that if it wasn't for last-ditch tackles, Fred would have practically been due to a fantastic play by him. But I've got to give credit to Socrates in particular. I noticed him make a few very important tackles. Leno obviously made a numerous amount of saves, so fair play to Leno. Probably the man of the match. I'm not sure who actually got it, but Yeah, just what I'm trying to say is it just came down to missing the chances. Obviously, we hit the woodwork a couple of times. We've got to do better. And then obviously the second half when they got that penalty, I'm not here making excuses. I'm not being bitter. Like I said, we got lucky against Spurs. They got lucky against us. I think last year we got lucky against them when De Gea saved us. So it does swing in roundabouts. I'm not being bitter, but it was not a pen. I think it's an absolute disgraceful decision for the referee. And for me personally, that was the turning point in the game. You can say that obviously them getting the first goal is the most important part of the game, but for me personally, that second goal was the most important part of the game, because prior to them getting that second goal, we were literally all over them. They couldn't really get out, and when they were going forward, they weren't really posing as any threat. It looked like they were scared to take risks in case, well, basically they were scared to take risks because they knew the threat that we possessed on the counter attacks, so they didn't want to overcommit. You could tell that that was something that Emery looked at. Obviously, when we beat them 3-1, you know, the pundits were saying that Lukaku was in that cheating position, which is a ridiculous statement to make. But he was in that position where he was taking the risk and not falling back. You saw this time around, Emery was very cautious of that and very well aware, which is good management by him, I've got to say. But in the sense that it was inviting pressure, and we were definitely in the ascendancy prior to that goal. Like I said, from the moment that we hit the post under from Lukaku or Fred, I don't know which way one was first, I can't remember exactly. We were dominating the game practically, and they were they were basically just holding on, exactly the same as what we did to Spurs. But they got that lucky break, which is fair play to them. Obviously, Lacazette had to take a risk and try to take a couple of players on. I actually like Lacazette. I think he's a quality player. He's better than Lukaku, in my personal opinion. Well, he is better than Lukaku. I'm not even going to say a personal opinion. He is better than Lukaku. I think he's class. For me personally, it's definitely not a pen. I think that was the turning point. Although I'm not going to sit here and make that as an excuse, because we had to take our chances. At the end of the day, yes, you can say, oh, if they didn't get that penalty, X, Y, Z may have been the outcome. But at the end of the day, we can only control what we are doing, which was taking our chances. On another day, like I said, we would have battered them. But sadly, it wasn't meant to be. It is frustrating because it is Arsenal. And for me personally, this was a huge game. You had to just draw this game realistically and avoid defeat, and it would have been okay, because we would have remained above them. And the way the other results panned out, with obviously Chelsea dropping points and Spurs having a shock defeat to Southampton, a draw would have been a very good result away from home at Arsenal, and of course it would have meant we're still above them. Nevertheless, I still have faith in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, of course. I think the way we played football was actually really good. I'm not going to lie. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, we weren't good enough, we got outplayed. Mainly Arsenal fans are saying that, but I'm hearing a couple of Man United fans saying our midfield battle, we lost Pogba, got punked, etc, etc. I honestly don't think that was the case at all. I just genuinely think we were the better team, and we got unlucky on the day. That's just my personal opinion. I know Arsenal fans are probably going to watch the video and say I'm chatting BS, because I've already spoken to a lot of you, and you were saying I'm delusional. But just actually looking at the game, I've watched the highlights back as well. In fact, no, I haven't actually watched the highlights. I haven't watched the highlights back. I've seen clips of the second half here and there, but from what I definitely saw, we looked way the better team. We were playing the better football. Also, for me, I'm not gonna lie, like I said, I didn't watch the first 30 minutes. I didn't know he was playing. From what I saw, the 60 minutes, I genuinely didn't know he was on the pitch. My brother-in-law again also said, "Oh, he's Ozil playing?" So I'm not even mocking him. What I do actually want to add is absolutely ridiculous, right? How much this Lingard dance floor quote has hurt them. All of the players are quoted it. Ozil's quoted it. Lacazette. It's ridiculous. The fans, obviously, that's fair enough. I can understand the fans, but I didn't realize how much it hurt them. Like the main account was tweeting about it. To be fair, the Una and the wheel thing was quite fun, I'm not gonna lie. But that aside, it's just a bit ridiculous how much we affected them after that Lingard game. We didn't even have our first team on that day as well. But going forward from this game, for me personally, Marcus Rashford has been wasted on the wing. I've just got to add that. I know a lot of people are criticising Lukaku, but for me personally, it's unjust criticism, because strikers miss chances. Yes, it is madly frustrating. I was ridiculously frustrated with him during the game, but in saying that, it happens, man. You miss chances. Yes, he needs to be scoring them, but it happens. Rashford, on the other hand, is not playing very good, and obviously again that happens as well, but I think that is because Lukaku is in the team. So that is where it's not a criticism to Lukaku, but for me personally, if Lingard is not fit and Rashford is not playing up top, I personally think it's just a waste of Rashford, to be quite frankly honest with you. You saw how good Rashford could be in that striker position. I was one of the people that have been given a lot of criticism for Rashford and saying, if he's playing on the wing, why is that affecting his decision making? I had a loads of debates in the past with other people saying, oh, Rashford's not a winger, he's a striker. And I always used to say, oh, just because he's playing on the wing doesn't mean he makes stupid decisions. It doesn't matter where you play, you still make clever decisions, that kind of thing. And I still stand by that sentiment, but you can just see he just does not know what to do when he's on the wing. And he's 21, we've got to remember he's very young, so it's not his natural position. He's played in strike practically his whole life, career, footballing terms wise. and it's just his natural position. He knows exactly when to run, channels to run in. He just knows that he knows how to play that role to perfection. And for me personally, we're not getting the best out of him at the wing, and it's a waste. I would love to see Lingard back in the team on the right, Rashford up top, and then Martial, of course. I don't know the situation with Lingard and when he's going to be fit. And if that is the case, I want to see Lukaku on the right, to be honest with you. I don't think that's going to happen, sadly, but for me personally, we need to fix his Rashford problem, because it's definitely a deterrent to his performances, basically. But yeah, just a quickly overview. Yes, I'm massively upset. Arsenal fans, if you are watching this, fair play to you guys. At the end of the day, it's football. You got the win. For me personally, we deserve to get more than just, well, get something out of the game at least, let alone a bloody loss. We deserve to get at least a draw out of that game. But we go again. Still Ollie in, of course. It's just ridiculous to see people saying Ollie out. It's absolute madness. That side, it's been your boy Smag, Kill Man United. Just quickly before I go, actually, drop a like on the video, and if you are new, please help a brother get to 150. Man went up to 142, you know, then drop that down. But anyways, that side, I will be back with a preview for our game against Hull, not Hull, Wolves, of course. I believe that's on the weekend in the FA Cup, but that side, stay tuned for more content during the week, hopefully. Kill Man United, go on!